Okay. Ready? Well, I took a stroll on the old long walk of a day. I met a little girl. We stopped to talk of a fine soft day. And I asked a friend, oh, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes are blue. And I knew right then I'd be taking a whirl around a salt tilt prom with a Galway girl. Oh, we were halfway home when the rain came down of a day. Asked me to her for that downtown, a fine soft day. And I asked her friends, oh, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl, and I lost my heart to a Galway girl. All alone with a broken heart and a ticket home, a fine soft day. And I ask you now, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. Well, I traveled around, been all over the world, boys. I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl. The Galway Girl from Steve Earle. Welcome back, boys and girls. For those of you who just joined us, we are the Nashville Celtic Band, formerly known as Limp Brisket, now known as Deaf Leprechaun, here for your listening pleasure today. Making the Irish Festival from Bowling Green, at least virtually. Going to do a song for you now that is not really that Irish, but it was written by some Irish hillbillies from North Carolina that are doing pretty good for themselves. We hope you enjoy it. Are you ready, lads? I was headed down south to the land of the pines. I'm on my way down to North Carolina, staring up the road, pray to God I see headlights. I made it on the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, hoping to rally I could see my baby tonight. Well, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel, rock me, mama, any way you feel. I said, hey. Hey, mama, rock me. Well, rock me, mama, like a wind in the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. I said, hey, hey, mama, rock me. In an old-time string band, baby plays a guitar, I picked the banjo now. Our cutting winners just a getting to me. I lost my money playing poker, I had up and leave. I ain't going back just to lead that old life no more. Well, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. I said, hey, hey, mama. wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. I said, hey, hey, mama, rock me. Walking to the south, out of Roanoke, I caught a trucker out of Philly, he had a nice cold Coke. He's headed west to the Cumberland Gap, Johnson City, Tennessee. Yeah, I gotta get her move on, good for the sun. I hear my baby calling, man, I know she's the only one ever down the Raleigh. At least I will die free. Free as a bird. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. I say, hey, 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 mama, rock me. Come on, mama, rock me now. Rock me, mama, like a wind in the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. I said, hey, 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 mama, rock me. Thank you all. From that old crow medicine show. I'm going to take you back to Ireland now and the County Down. Beautiful place. It's about a lovely lady from County Down called the Star of the County Down. Bambridge town in the County Down one morning last July. Down a moor in green, sweet Colleen smiled when she passed me by. She looked so sweet in her 2 white feet, sheen of a nut brown hair. I like a coaxing elf, I like shake myself to make sure I be standing there. From Bantry Bay down a Derry Quay, go way to Dublin town. Now made us sing like the fair Colleen, I made the County Down. As she onward sped, I shook my head, gazed with a feeling queer. I said I to a passerby, who's a maid with a nut brown hair. He smiled at me with pride, he said, the gem of Ireland's crown. He young Rosie McGann, thanks to the man, the Star of the County Down. From Bantry Bay to the Derry Quay, go way to Dublin town. They'll be to sing like the fair Colleen, I made the County Down. A soft brown eye, a look so sly, a smile like a rose in June. And you hug on each note from a lily white throat. She looked in an Irish tune. At the pattern dance, she was held in a trance, looked at a reel and a jig. As her eyes she rode, she coaxed from a soulless blood from a hungry pig. From Bantry Bay down a Derry Quay, go we to Dublin town. No maid to sing like the fair Colleen, I met her the County Down. Crossroads Fair, I'll surely be there, dressed in my Sunday clothes. Dried sheep's eyes, the lutheran lies, and the haunted of the brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, plough with rust turns brown, till the splailing bride, my own fireside, still start a County Down. From Bantry Bay down the Derry Quay, go we to Dublin town. No me to sing like the fair Colleen, I met her the County Down. From Bantry Bay down the Derry Quay, go we to Dublin town. No me to sing like the fair Colleen, that I met in the County Down. Thank you. We're going to get to have our mandolin player, our multi-instrumentalist here, Marcus Stadler, do a couple of tunes for you here on the mandolin. Old Irish fiddle tunes. first one we do as a public service because the title of it is The Secret to Your Headache Tomorrow Morning. It's called Whiskey Before Breakfast. A little hair of the dog. Thank you. We got it all strapped on here. Deaf Leprechaun just showing off their chops. Marcus Stadler on the mandolin all the way from Munich, Germany. And Brandon Berkedahl playing the guitar and the bass. He's from Tacoma, Washington. I'm Larry Kernegas from Chicago, Illinois. But we're all together here in Nashville doing bluegrass and green grass and all kinds of... Okay, so you want to do another song? I know those folks over there love the mandolin. Let's play one more mandolin song now. What key?
Same.
A? D? D. Oh, okay. What's this one called, Marcus?
It's called the St. Anne's Reel.
St. Anne's Reel. Anybody feel overcome by the need to get up and do a reel? Go ahead and dance.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, thank you. St. Anne's real. That was a nice little break there. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, stay with that one more time.
Okay.
We need to do a drinking song
A drinking
to
song.
finish this off. Yeah. It's not like you needed any encouragement, though. You know, it was the Irish that actually invented the name for whiskey. It came from the Gaelic, Ishkibaha. You can hear that whiskey in there. But our friends from eastern Kentucky, the Scotch-Irish, they couldn't pronounce Ishkibaha and it just came out whiskey. That's where it was born over there. But you'll hear every other name they've got now for whiskey in Ireland in this song. There's the Pachine, the Punchy, the Drop, the Crater, the Pure, Holy Water, and of course, in Tennessee, we call it the Mountain Dew. Hi da diddle diddle dum da diddle diddle dum da do right diddle lady. Hi da diddle diddle dum da diddle diddle dum I do right diddle lady. The grass is growing, the water's flowing, every in easy way. Just give me enough of the final stuff, made to go away. A policeman over from Donegal, slay you an Ethan too. We'll give them a slip, take a sip of the railroad Mountain Dew. Hi da diddle diddle dum da diddle diddle dum I do right diddle lady. Hi da diddle diddle dum da diddle diddle dum I do right diddle lady. At the foot of the hill there's a neat little stew where the smoke curls up to the sky. By the smoke and the smell you can plainly tell what Jim do to buy. It fills the air with odor rare, twixt both me and you. As home you go, you can take a pour up bucket of the Mountain Dew. Hi da diddle diddle dum da diddle diddle dum I do right diddle lady. Hi da diddle diddle dum da diddle diddle dum I do right diddle lady. Now learned men who use the pen that wrote your praises high. That sweet Pachine from Ireland's green, distilled from wheat and rye. Throw away your pills, that'll cure all ills, pagan or Christian or Jew. Take off your coat, raise your throat with a railroad Mountain Dew. Hi da diddle diddle dum da diddle diddle dum I do right diddle lady. Hi da diddle diddle dum da diddle diddle dum I do right diddle lady. Hi da diddle diddle dum da diddle diddle dum I do right diddle lady. Hi da diddle diddle dum da diddle diddle dum I do right diddle lady. Fresh fish.
Good.
All right, we've had a request to do a whiskey song before you leave. This isn't the whiskey song that you like, but it's a whiskey song that gets sung a lot in Tennessee. In the key of A, boys. Here we go.
What is it?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain
Down the road here from me, there's an old howler tree where they lay down $1 or two. Go around the bend and come back again. There's a jug full of that good old Mountain Dew. Well, they call it that good old Mountain Dew. And them that refuse it are few, mighty few. Push up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Well, old Uncle Mort, he was sawed off and short. He stood only 4'2". But he felt like a giant when he had half a pint of that good old Mountain Dew. Well, they call it that good old Mountain Dew. And them that refuse it are few, mighty few. Push up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Well, old Uncle Bill had a stall on the hill where it laid down $1 or two. Go on around the bend and come back again. There's a jug full of that good old Mountain Dew. Hell, they call it that good old Mountain Dew. And them that refuse it are few, mighty few. I'll shut my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old. Oh, pick on that bass now. Well, a preacher come by with a tear in his eye, said his wife had come down with the flu. I said that he ought to give her a snort of that good old Mountain Dew. They call it that good old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few, mighty few. I'd hush up my mug if you fill up my jug, that good old Mountain Dew. Well, I'd hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Oh, thank you all. That's a good old number 7 right there. All that good old music, that just came from Ireland, it did now. I feel a request coming up, boys. No? Oh, bless your heart, sweetie.
Thank you.
We're going to do another moonshine song. This is for the most famous moonshiner in America, Mr. Popcorn Sutton. In the key of G, boys. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home, and if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and the moonshine don't kill me, I live till I die. Well, I've been a moonshiner for many a year. I spent all me money on whiskey and beer. Go to some hollow, I'll set up my still. I'll make me a gallon, but a 10-shilling bill. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home, and if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and the moonshine don't kill me, I live till I die. Well, I'll go to some hollow in this countery, 10 gallons a wash, I can go on a spree. No woman to follow, the world is all mine. I love none so well, I love the moonshine. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home, and if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and the moonshine don't kill me, I live till I die. Oh moonshine, oh how I love thee. You killed me, old father, but now you try me. Bless all moonshiners, bless all moonshine, their breath smells as sweet as you do in the fire. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home, and if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and the moonshine don't kill me, I live till I die. I'm a rambler, a gambler, a long way from home. If you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, drink when I'm dry, and the moonshine don't kill me, I live till I die. Gonna do a song about a girl that comes from Ireland and ends up moving out onto the prairie. Nellie Kane was her name.
Which key do you do it in?
I think we're gonna do it in G, dog.
Dawn.
We'd like to say hi to everybody at the Bowling Green International Festival. I hope you're having a great day in the warmth and comforts of your own homes or your backyards, watching us virtually. And we hope that next year, when we do this in person, that you all come back and watch Def Leprechaun and the rest of the wonderful acts. And don't forget to come hungry. Oh, and there's a virtual tip jar, I think, at the bottom. So if you want to do something, or if you go to our Facebook page, we've got a bunch of T-shirts and CDs and stuff on there. So I'd love to fix you up if you don't have them yet. Are we ready, boys? As a young man, I was riding out on the western plain in the state of North Dakota. I met my Nellie Kane, She was living in a lonely cabin with the son of another man. 5 years she waited for him, as long as a woman can, as long as a woman can. I don't know what changed my mind, but I was a rambling kind of love I can't explain that I had for Nellie Kane. Oh, pick it down. To help me to the land. In an afternoon we planted seeds, in the evening we held hands. Her blue eyes told me everything a man could want to know. Unblind I realized that I would never go. No, I would never go. I don't know what changed my mind, 'cause I was a rambling kind of love I can't explain that I had for Nellie Kane. Her son has grown up tall. I became a father and he became my own. Yes, she became my own. I don't know what changed my mind, 'cause I was a rambling kind of love I can't explain that I had for Nellie Kane. Yeah, that I had for Nellie Kane. Thank you. Nellie Kane's the name of that song. All right, it's about time we do another whiskey song. This one's called Whiskey, You're the Devil, and the key is C. That's why you're drinking beer, right? So are you from Texas? No? You just like that hat. You can always tell a man from Texas. Just can't tell him much. Ready, boys? Oh, we tune because we care, okay? Oh, whiskey, you're the devil, you're leading me astray. Oh, the hills and mountains unto a Medicaid. You're sweeter, stronger, decenter, spunkier than a tay. Oh, whiskey, you're me darling, don't go sober. And now, my boys, you're on the march and up to Portugal and Spain. Drums are beating, feathers flying, devil a home may come tonight. Love, fare thee well. I'm a tiddle-diddle-diddle-da, I'm a tiddle-diddle-diddle-da. Mary's foot to a letty, ho, there's whiskey in the jar. Oh, whiskey, oh, the devil led me astray. Oh, the the hills and mountains unto a many K. You're sweeter, stronger days than ours, funkier than a day. Oh, whiskey, you're me darling, drunk or sober. And mother, do not harm me, don't take me daughter from me, for if you do, I will torment you, and after death, my ghost will hunt you, love. Very well, I'm a tiddle-diddle-diddle-a-da, I'm a tiddle-diddle-diddle-a-da. Mary's foot to a lady, oh, there's whiskey in the jar. Oh, whiskey, oh, the devil, leading me astray. Oh, the hills and mountains unto many K. You're sweeter, stronger, days than earth, funkier than tea. Oh, whiskey, you're me darling, drunk or sober. The devil, you're leading me astray. Oh, the hills and mountains unto many K. You're sweeter, stronger, decenter, spunkier than a tea. Oh, whiskey, you're me darling, drunk or sober. Ha, ha. So it's drinking songs you like. Well, the Irish love to sing about drinking, but they also love to sing about fighting and loving. This is a fighting song. They have a rebellion there about every 100 years. This is the rebellion of 1916, the Easter Rebellion, they call it. Song made popular by Sinead O'Connor. Called The Foggy Dew. It was down the glen one Easter morn, to a city fair rode I, where armed lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by. No pipe did hum and no battle to run, it sounded straight tattoo, but the Angelus bell or the Liffey swell rang out in the foggy dew. Right proudly high over Dublin town, they flung out the flag of war. Was better to die beneath an Irish sky than at Suvla or Soudel Bar. And from the plains of Royal Meath, strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's sons with their long-range guns ranging from the foggy dew. It was England bade her wild geese go, that small nations might be free. Their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves on the fringe of the great North Sea. But had they died by Pearse's side, or fought with Valera true, our graves we keep where the fiends sleep, neath the shroud of the foggy dew. Bravest fell, and the solemn bell rang mournfully and clear. For those who died there at Eastertide in the spring Galilee, and the world did gaze in fearful eyes at those fearless men, but true, who bore the fight that freedom's light might shine in the foggy dew. That was a war that cemented Ireland's call for freedom. And it wasn't too long afterwards when they became their own republic. We would do a song from Jerry Jeff Walker that you might recognize. It was done a long time ago by a group called the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Ready, boys? Knew a man, Bonjangles, and he danced for you in worn out shoes, silver hair and ragged shirt and baggy pants, the old soft shoe. He jumped so high, and he lightly touched down. Met him in a cell down in New Orleans. I was down and out. Looked at me to be the eyes of age as he spoke right out. He talked of life, Lap slapped his head against head. Mr. Bonjangles, Mr. Bonjangles, Mr. Bonjangles, dance. Said his name Bonjangles and he danced a lick across the cell. Grabbed his pants for a better stance and he jumped so high. And he clicked his heels. He let go a laugh, let go a laugh. Shook back his clothes all around. Mr. Bonjangles, Mr. Bonjangles, Mr. Bonjangles, dance. Dance for those at minstrel shows and county fairs throughout the South. Smoked the tears of 15 years I was dogging him. They trampled about. He could get blind as he shook his head. Left him in peace. Said to dance now at every chance in honky tonks for drinks and tips. First the time I spent behind these county bars. Well, I drinks a bit. He shook his head, and as he shook his head, I heard someone ask him, please, Mr. Bonjangles, Mr. Bonjangles, Mr. Bonjangles, dance, dance, dance. Oh, thank you. We do tech requests. Seldom play them, but we'll take them. Now, if we know them, we'll do them for you. So where are you guys from if you're not from Texas? From where? Florida. Good old FU. I like that. Yes. It's hot down there. My wife is there right now, too. Watching a grandkid. We're going to do a song about mixed marriages in Ireland. It's called The Orange and the Green. In the key of D. The Orange and the Green. Oh, this is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. My father was an Ulsterman, good Protestant was he. My mother was a Catholic girl from County Cork was she. They were married in 2 churches, lived happily enough, until the day that I was born and things got rather tough. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. Baptized by Father Riley, I was rushed away by car to be made a little orangeman, me father's shining star. I was christened David Anthony, but still in spite of that, to my father I was William, while my mother called me Pat. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. With mother every Sunday to mass I proudly stroll. Then after that the Orange Lodgeman tried to save my soul. Both sides tried to claim me, but I was smart because I played the flute or played the harp, depending where I was. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. One day me ma's relations came round to visit me, just as me father's kinfolk were all sitting down to tea. They tried to smooth things over, but they all began to fight. And me being strictly neutral, I bashed everyone in sight. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. My parents never could agree about my type of school. My learning was all done at home, that's why I'm such a fool. They both passed on good wrestling, but let me cut between that awful color problem of the orange and the green. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. Yes, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. Oh, thank you. The orange and the green. The orange for the Protestants still left up there in Northern Ireland, and the Catholics that are spread over the rest of the country over there. Mostly from the south. We're going to hear from our bass player again. He's got a very special song he'd like to do for you. What's your special song you want to do?
Special song? Man, I guess we can do the Carter Family tune.
Okay, got to do a song from the Carter Family. What key you want to do this in?
George.
All right.
If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world with the girl I love the best. If I had listened what Mama said, I wouldn't have been here today, lying around this old jailhouse, just weeping my sweet life away. If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. See that girl of mine, there's something you should tell her. She need not to fool her time away and court some other feller. 'Cause she calls me to weep, she calls me to mourn, she calls me to leave my home. Oh, those lonesome times and those good old times, I'm on my way back home. If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best.
Yeah. Brandon Burkadell. All the way from Tacoma, Washington, boys and girls, joining us here. And on guitar with us here today is Marcus Stadler, all the way from Munich, Germany.
München.
That's right. This is the place to come to play music. Nashville, Tennessee. So if you folks out there listening at the festival up in Bowling Green ever have the urge to hear some fantastic music, just come on down to Opryland. We'd love to have you in. It's a great place. We're going to do you a song right now that was covered by a lot of Irish bands, but it was also covered by Metallica. It's called Whiskey in the Jar. As I was going over to Cork and Kerry Mountain, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced me pistol and then produced me rapier, saying stand and deliver, for you are about to receive a mushering in my Durham die. Quick foul the daddy-o, quick foul the daddy-o, there's a whiskey in the jar. Well, I counted all his money, it made a pretty penny. I put it in me pockets and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore she never would deceive me. But the devil take the woman, for you know she can be easy. Assuring of my Durham die. What foul the daddy-o, what foul the daddy-o, there's a whiskey in the jar. I went up to me chamber, about to take a slumber. Jumped of gold and jewels, for sure it was no wonder. Jenny stole me charges, she filled them up with water and sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Was sharing of a Durham die. What foul the daddy-o, what foul the daddy-o, there's a whiskey in the jar. Was early in the morning, before I rose to travel, up comes a band of footmen, in along with Captain Farrell. I first produced me pistol, she'd stolen away me rapier. I couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken, assuring of a Durham die. What foul the daddy-o, what foul the daddy-o, there's a whiskey in the jar. Anyone could aid me, 'tis me brother in the army. Don't know where he's stationed, be it Cork or in Killarney. Together we'd go roving through the mountains of Kilkenny. I bet he treat me better than me own me sporting Jenny. And was sharing of my Durham die. What foul the daddy-o, what foul the daddy-o, there's a whiskey in the jar. Well, some take delight in the carriages rolling. Some take delight in a hurling or the bowling. Me, I take delight in the juice of the barley, courting pretty fair maids in the morning bright and early. Oh, Sheringham, a Durham die. Buck fowl and addio, buck fowl and addio. There's a whiskey in the jar. Oh, Sheringham, Durham die. Buck fowl and addio, buck fowl and addio. There's whiskey in the jar. That ought to make you want to get up and do a jig. I will do a song for the children out there, listening virtually or listening in person. It's a song, it was written actually as a part of a poem from Shel Silverstein. Then the Irish Rovers got a hold of it and they made $1 million on it. It's called The Unicorn. During the song, we might say, take a drink, to which you would respond loudly, okay, and then take a drink, whatever you're drinking. It's about proper hydration, not inebriation, boys and girls. Okay. It's going to be hot out there. And now for the legend of the unicorn. A long time ago when the earth was green, there were more kinds of animals than you've ever seen. They run around free when the earth was being born, but the loveliest of them all was the unicorn. There were green alligators and long-necked geese, humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, sure as you're born. The loveliest of them all was the unicorn. Take a drink. Lovely. Well, God saw some sinning. It caused him pain. He said, stand back. I'm gonna make it rain. He said, hey, Brother Noah, I'll tell you what to do. Build me a floating zoo and get me some of them green alligators and long-necked geese, humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, sure as you're born. Don't you forget my unicorn. Take a drink. Old Noah was there, and he answered a call. He finished up building the ark just as the rain started pouring, and he marched in the animals 2 by 2, and he called out as they went through, hey Lord, I got your green alligators and your long-necked geese, your humpty-back camels and your chimpanzees, your cats and rats and elephants, Lord, so forlorn, I just can't see no unicorn. Then Noah looked out through the driving rain. Those unicorns were hiding, playing silly games, kicking and splashing in the misty morn. All them silly unicorns, they're green alligators, long-necked geese, humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees. Then Noah cried, close the door, 'cause the rain started pouring, and we just can't wait for no unicorn. Take a drink. And the ark started moving, it drifted with the tide. The unicorns looked up from the rocks and they cried, and the waters came down and sort of floated them away. And that, boys and girls, is why you never see a unicorn to this very day. You'll see green alligators and long-necked geese, humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, sure as you're born, you're never gonna see no unicorn. No, sir. We got a couple of more songs, then I've got to get the boys a water break. Otherwise, they break. Is that gonna be good, or you want to take in a few from the next set too? Okay, that's cool.
Right,
We're gonna do 2 more now. Is that about right?
Almost right.
15 minutes? Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Here's one about all those roads between Nashville and Bowling Green, Kentucky. The country roads. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountain, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama will take me home. Country road. All my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama will take me home. Country road, I hear a voice in the morning, how she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama will take me home. Country roads, yeah, take me home down country road. Thank you. Oh, we got one more. This is a Scottish song. Done by a new Scottish group. You want to help out on this song? Please don't try this at home. Oh, you go right ahead, do this in front of your television screens. Those folks that are here in the studio audience. Be sure to tune in to bowlinggreeninternationalfest.com to get a reprise of this afternoon. That's the last weekend in September, right? Last Saturday. Would love to hear from our fans up there in Bowling Green. The man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man that goes along with you. When I get drunk, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who gets right next to you. When I have her, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who's havering with you. And I will walk 500 miles, and I will walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. And when I'm working, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who's working out for you. And when the money comes and for the work I'll do, I'll pass almost everybody on to you. And when I go out, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man that comes home to gonna be the man growing old with you. And I will walk 500 miles, and I will walk 500 more, just to be that man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Ta-da-runda, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da. Ta-da-runda, ta-da-runda, ta-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And when I'm lonely, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man who dreams when I'm with you. When I go out, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man that goes along with you. And when I come home, yeah, you know I'm gonna be the man coming home to you. And I will walk 500 miles, and I will walk 500 more, just to be that man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Ta-da-runda, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da. Ta-da-runda, ta-da-runda, ta-da-da-da-da-da. Let's do that chorus one more time. And I will walk 500 miles, and I will walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. We're Def Leprechaun, boys and girls. We're taking a wee bit of a break. We'll see you afterwards. We're opening a Def Leprechaun shop now. We got CDs, and we even got Def Leprechaun t-shirts over here. Thank you, boys. God bless you there over at the festival in Bowling Green, and wherever you're watching this virtually, and come see us next year in person.